Welcome to another Petersburg By Night revamped production. The following is rated for mature audiences and may contain graphic themes that will be distressing to some viewers. As always, we recommend you ensure the safety and well-being of yourself and those around you at all times. Viewer discretion is advised.
Hello everyone, and welcome to the Petersburg By Night YouTube channel where we play St. Petersburg By Night, a massive multiplayer tabletop role-playing game set in the world of darkness. We play Vampire the Masquerade, Hunter the Reckoning, and Werewolf the Apocalypse. My name is Nikki, also known as Crafty Mirage, and you can find me on all social media at Crafty Mirage, and I am one of the storytellers here at Petersburg By Night. Make sure to check out Petersburg By Night on all major social media platforms. We're on Twitter, we're on TikTok, we're on Instagram, and we're also on Twitch, where we have our live games. But you should check us out on our website, SPbN.com, where we have our city map, storyteller profiles, what games are being run, and our one-of-a-kind threat meter. If you aren't already a subscriber here on YouTube, you should go ahead and hit that follow button and catch up on our past episodes. And if you're interested in playing with us, come join our Discord server and be a part of our amazing community. Today we are playing Mementos, a Camarilla chronicle here on Petersburg By Night. Alright, so, last we left off, our coterie had gotten together for the first time, Emmerich having brought in Wally, and then the coterie being assigned a new shadow who brought in Sean Allen of the Nosferatu, and their own child, Parker, of the Bruja. The coterie was assigned a job almost immediately after meeting their new shadow, but not by the shadow himself. Instead, they were assigned to perform a task by Carmen Alvarez, the former herald of St. Petersburg and now franchise owner of the Succubus Club in the Neutral Zone. They went to a building, an apartment building, where they were to infiltrate or get into in some manner, the apartment of an anthropology student known as Dennis Cole, who had, by some means, acquired a journal belonging to the previous Toreador whip, Dr. Ashling Lake. Once there, Parker had been assigned to watch the van, but our little rebel disobeyed and went around the back of the building to infiltrate via the balcony, while Emmerich and the two Nosferatu, Sean and Wally, went inside to investigate the interior of the apartment. They found Dennis passed out asleep with no means of waking up, and they also found a woman, a heavily tattooed woman, in the bedroom holding up a gun to them. she was able to see through the Nosferatu obfuscate and got very defensive upon seeing that there were others inside the apartment. There was a confrontation in which Parker was basically being held as a human shield by this woman. And eventually she did make her escape, but not before the coterie had been able to surmise through a taste of blood and through context clues that this woman may very well indeed be a kindred of the clan known as the Salubri. We find ourselves tonight on the same night. The Salubri, the suspected Salubri, had just escaped and was running off, and everyone is still inside the apartment. Some of you very hungry and eager to start cleaning up this mess. The scene is yours.
Rick is going to snap out of his a little bit of half daze after tasting this blood. Look around the room. We need to take him, figure out what he knows. And he's going to look over at Leaf. Can Lanny text Marigold about looking for any potential like images or anything that might give us a lead on this individual who was here before us? Is that okay?
I was just about to ask you if it was okay for Lanny to do so. Absolutely, yes. Finding the target is our top priority at this point. She obviously knows something, and there's a lot more going on here. Fucking than what we were originally told. So, yeah, let's get his shit together. Let's clean this place up. Clean up any evidence of us being here and get the fuck out quickly while Marigold works.
And Rick is going to look over at Parker. And are you capable of packing a bag without going rogue? Are you willing to do that for us?
Yeah, I'm capable of doing that.
Go pack a bag, get his toiletries in order, make sure that it looks like he's going on a trip, potentially a long one.
Yeah, sure. And I'll head off to go do that.
And Wally, if you see anything that looks like we should take it, might be valuable or might be important, pick it up. Yeah.
Have I seen anything that I should take it? Given that I spent the last moments of the whole shebang researching the shit out of that room.
So basically, you have searched pretty much the entire apartment while they were having this confrontation with the Salubri. And mostly what you found is just he has a lot of books, like college books for his anthropology courses. Dennis mainly has he's got some video game systems, but he doesn't seem to have anything of historic importance that you feel should be grabbed at this present time. It's mainly just this is a doctorate program student's apartment, and it very much reflects it.
Okay.
If I may suggest, if we're going to make it look like he went out of town, grab the video games in that system. Trust me.
I mean, depending on the couple of books.
Well, the books too, but definitely the system. If he's a gamer, it's going to look suspicious if he doesn't take it.
Especially a doctorate student, yes.
I'll leave that to you, Sean, to get that settled. Figure out how to unconnect the bits and whatnot.
Emmerich, as you are like the only person that worked with Wally before, you can see on his demeanor that he is itching to find something, because clearly this was a dead end, and you know that there's an itch there.
I think Emmerich is just gonna look at Wally and be like, "We found more than you think. We'll talk later."
You better have a good one for me then.
I think this one is good. And
Leaf is
Emmerich
gonna
will- Oh, go ahead.
Leaf is gonna eye Emmerich warily. Definitely in a there's clearly something you and I have to talk about later kind of way before she starts picking up silently. Trying
Emmerich would
to
also. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
clean up this absolute fucking disaster of a mission so far.
And Emmerich would also be picking up various things, putting them back into their proper order.
This might seem like an odd question, but as I'm packing up these games, what kind of games are they?
So the games are some like he's got some first person shooter games. He's got like Call of Duty. He's got Battlefield. He's also got Baldur's Gate 3. It's a variety. He seems to be the type of person that it buys what's really popular when it's released.
Yeah. So he has like, the Fallout games now. Just common ground, that's all we need,
Yeah.
We want answers, so.
Yeah, he has the Fallout games for sure.
What kind of
Fair.
anthropology student is he if he doesn't have Assassin's Creed? What the fuck, dude?
Oh no, Assassin's Creed is there too. Assassin's Creed Valhalla.
Okay.
Like all the
Oh, yeah.
like all the good ones that were recently released for like PS4, PS5. Odyssey is 100% on there.
Okay, Wally
Right on.
respects him a little bit more
I-
now.
But yeah,
Yeah.
so you gather your message. You start gathering stuff, cleaning up a little bit. Leaf. Leaf and at this point, Lanny will walk up to you and inform you that she has received a text from Marigold. It looks like Marigold says that there's a camera on a couple of the houses, and it's a one-way street. So if she went down that path towards the main street, there's a chance she could have been found on them. The only problem is that they're residential cameras, so she's going to have to sneak into people's backyards and manually jack into the cameras.
If anybody is looking at Leaf, they'll just see her face darken even more.
Do you want me to send Lanny to watch her back?
After all of us together losing the target and having no idea what's going on, I don't think that sending just Lanny would be a good idea.
Do you think sending one of the invisible ones to get the footage is better?
You have. Did you have technical skills, Wally, that I don't know about?
You wound me. Emmerich,
I
how
thought-
dare you? You wound me.
I have only seen you in the library. I did not know you had technical skills. Yeah.
I know my way around a computer, thank you very much. A little bit, but I can grab a video footage. I guess.
And by all means.
Do you have any special knowledge about anything about hacking into databases and cybersecurity and all of that?
No, but if you have a wireless output that I can put it into the thing, I can do it. I know my way around hardware, yes. A little bit about software. Not especially specialized, but
I'm
I can
very
at least
interested in
jack
this.
in a fucking USB, thank you.
Now,
Emmerich, do you think that you can handle things in here?
Yeah. Do you want to accompany them as well?
I will accompany Marigold and we'll let you know what we find.
You want to take Wally with you?
Now, I will say, Leaf, that you do know that it is possible for Marigold to probably just walk Wally through anything that he might not know, and it might be more beneficial to send the person who doesn't show up on cameras even when invisible.
I know, but as we all know, Leaf is very cautious when it comes to her goal. And so there's just an internal...
All I need is an earpiece. She doesn't have to hold my hand.
Lanny will look to you, to you, Leaf. I can go too and watch and keep an eye on Marigold and keep her in the car, and she can walk Wally through the steps.
Fine. But if any of this gets fucked up because I'm agreeing to this, the consequences will be dire. And she will just go back to cleaning up
Yes, ma'am.
very angrily.
Lanny will look at you, Wally, and kind of like, this is a woman who has like the short red hair, and she's like wearing a suit. Like she's got himbo energy, but she looks at you, Wally, and she just gives like 2 thumbs up, like yay.
Wally's going to turn to her once Leaf has turned her back and be like, I'm shaking in my boots.
I heard that. Get the fuck out before I change my mind.
Look over there. And once everybody has looking over there, I'm going to disappear.
Okay, give me a
That's
rouse
we're
check.
already here.
Yes.
for
Let's use the
unseen
roller because I have no hands.
Sorry.
Look,
Dang.
Ma, no hands.
It's gonna make
Look,
things
Mom.
so difficult.
Only one hand.
No hands.
Yes, I pass.
Yay.
All right, so okay, past your rouse. All right, so Lanny will not know where you are, but just start walking out of the room because she's just like saying, all right, Wally, I'm heading to the car. I guess follow me. And she starts heading out to regroup with Marigold out in the parking lot. Wally, once you're outside, you find a car has pulled up into the parking lot and has a young woman behind the seat. She's got glasses and like thick curly hair, looks to be of Latin descent, and she is looking expectantly at Lanny. So is it just gonna be the 2 of us? And Lanny will point over her shoulder, but then like gesture everywhere. No, Wally is here too. We're gonna hand him the stuff because he doesn't show up on cameras apparently. And he's gonna do the hacking part, so that way it's one less thing for you to do, and we're just gonna guide him through what he needs to do over the earpiece. And she'll blink and be like, okay, and like pull out a spare laptop that she has, not her personal one, but another one, and hand it to Lanny, who will hold it just out for Wally to grab.
I know that if I grab it out of her hand and she's looking at me, I'm appearing, so I'm going to do just that. I am going to grab the thing. Wink. Wave at Marigold. Leaf is very protective. Say thank you for her. And I'm going to tell them to turn around with my finger, and I'm going to disappear again.
They'll cover their eyes and go ahead and give me another rouse check.
Just for shits and giggles. Because I cannot grab the things out of people looking at my ass.
Lanny didn't know how it works.
Yeah, I know. I pass.
All right. So while you're heading in the direction of one of the apartments, we're going to move back to the apartment. So you guys have cleaned up. I would like all of you to give me a wits and investigation or awareness, your choice, to determine how well you cleaned up. And for those of you who are too hungry and don't want to risk a messy crit, you can take half.
You said wits and awareness or investigation.
Correct.
I got 2 successes.
2 successes. All right.
Would you allow intelligence and insight to sort of figure out where Emmerich would best think things would go?
I would allow wits and insight. Because intelligence requires a base knowledge, whereas wits is more on your feet. Like more quick thinking.
That's fair.
Is this something I could use my heightened senses for to make sure that I get like the smallest of debris?
Yes, I would allow it. I would allow you to add your aspects to this.
I got 2 successes.
I got 2 as well.
We're not good cleaners, guys.
Which is messed up because Sean is ex-military. Slacking.
Well, I already rolled, but
And what
I
did
was going to say, can I argue wits and larceny?
No.
Parker's possibly done this before for break-ins.
No.
I got
Yeah.
I got 5 successes.
5 successes. All right. So, Emmerich, you're a little distracted. You're a little bit distracted because you have tasted some very exotic blood, and your mind is still kind of hyper-focused on it. Meanwhile, Sean and Parker, you feel like you guys have done a good job. You don't know this guy well enough, but you kind of have an idea of what someone in their 20s would how they would have their house laid out, especially since they're college students. Leaf, you are passing a very critical eye over every single thing that they have done. You make sure that everything is in its proper place. It looks like, despite the distraction and the chaos that went on before, the cleanup job looks like it went very well. The only thing that you could find fault with as a Lasombra is that you felt like the desk needed to just be like an inch more to the left due to a scrape that you've noticed on the wood on the floors.
Yes. Nice work, but could have been better. She says as she inches the desk back into its spot.
And it's literally just an inch.
You're as anal as my drill sergeant.
We want to get this one down the stairs. And Emmerich is just gonna look at Parker and then look over at Dennis and then look at Parker.
What, I'm just here to be the muscle? I can do that, I guess.
Are you the brains?
I can help you, Chomper.
Okay.
Just
Let's just
Chomper.
get this. Emmerich, you take a second. Sean, Parker, let's get this. She stops herself from saying body. Let's get this person out to the van.
And Emmerich,
Go ahead.
will go and like wait outside, sort of like by other apartment doors in case somebody comes outside.
Okay, no problem. Parker and Sean, can you go ahead and give me strength and athletics rolls? It's between the two of you, it's not going to be a high DC. It's just to see how much you bump him as you carry him to the van.
I'm imagining we have his arms over our shoulders, so it looks like he's drunk rather than us carrying a body.
Yeah. It's like, yeah.
Leaf. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, you're both basically slinging an arm over each shoulder. You got like your hands on the back of his pants, kind of like dragging him along. But let's see how much you bump him.
My dice do not like me today.
What'd you get?
Or the bot doesn't like me today. 2 out of 6.
Okay.
I got 3 out of 4.
All right. I'll say like I said, it wasn't a high DC. 2 and 3 successes is plenty. You it's a little awkward at first because there's a height difference between Parker and Sean, but eventually you do get him down the stairs. That's the most awkward part of the dragging, and you like throw him in the very back seat of the van.
I will say that Leaf did round up behind everybody with the packed essentials.
Okay. Wally. You've walked over to the fence that Marigold has directed you to. It's a small like single story house, like a spackle exterior almost, with and it's painted like a pale yellow. But you clearly see, even without being over the fence, you do see the camera that is pointed directly at this street. Like, anyone who would pass by this house would 100% get caught on camera. You get the impression that this is just one of those neighbors who's exceptionally nosy and wants to know exactly who's passing by their house at any given point. A lot of trust issues here. But go ahead and give me a dex and athletics to make it over the fence.
Can I use Soaring Leap for it?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. With Soaring Leap, you wouldn't even need to roll.
Thank you.
Is that a rouse check or no?
I don't
believe so.
think so.
No, it is.
I don't think so. I think it's passive. Yeah.
It's a passive ability. All right. So yeah, with one, you easily just like a bunny or a deer, you just hop over the fence and land very carefully on the other side. You start heading to the camera, and you can see where you can plug in directly to the wires. And Lanny and Marigold made sure you were provided with everything you need. Go ahead and roll an intelligence and technology, and you can add an additional dice for Marigold's help over the comms.
Cool. Let's go. Let's see if I still remember how to do the rolls. Okay, the pool. Okay. My hunger is more than that. Do I need to re-roll the thing?
What do you mean?
Cause the roller messed up. The roller didn't show hunger for me to roll.
Okay, just go ahead and send it through, and then I can see what numbers they are, and I'll let you know if you.
It's on the Camarilla dice roller.
Okay. Did you hear accept? Did you hit accept already?
Oh no. There you go.
Okay. How much? What's your hunger at?
3.
3? Okay, you didn't get a messy crit. You're fine.
Nice.
You got 5, so 5 successes. All right, so 5 successes, easy enough. This is not the Pentagon. This is not a company with like firewall securities. This is someone who just probably set up a camera to spy on the neighborhood. So you're easily able to access this camera. and get all of the footage from tonight. And just file transfer it into the computer. It takes about 5 minutes because their Wi-Fi is garbage. But ultimately, you do get it and are able to start heading back if you'd like.
Yes. No one can see me on the street, but I am proudly sauntering like I did my goddamn job.
But
No one can see it, but I did it.
you will hear Lanny and Marigold over the comms. Wally, were you able to do it? I don't know if he was able to do it. Yeah, I don't know. He can't talk on the comms.
Can I text?
Yeah, you can text.
Do we have a text channel?
You
to
have.
them?
I would say that on the drive over, you would have gotten the text, like the number to text Lanny, who basically does the communications for Emmerich. And you were traveling with Emmerich, so I would say you have Lanny's number already. So yes, you can text.
Right, I'm going to shoot a little devil emoji and a little ghost for
Okay.
Lenny and a thumbs up.
And you hear over the comms. Okay, Wally got him. Wally got in. Wally's done. I think. Wally, are you heading back?
Walking man emoji.
Okay. I think he's heading back. We can turn the car around. And you actively see the car being turned around and heading back to the parking lot of the apartment complex. All right. So now all of you are in the parking lot. Dennis is in the van. Wally, you're walking up just as they've finished tossing Dennis in there.
Can I go around Leaf and appear putting a hand on her shoulder and handing over the equipment for her to hand over to Marigold?
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm going to do just that. Bye, Golov. She was wonderful to work with.
Yeah, Lanny. Leaf, you see Lanny and Marigold pulling up in the car, and Marigold seems fine. Lanny is sitting behind her, and Lanny's getting out of the car now to drive the van.
Leaf says absolutely nothing, but does take a lingering moment to just check over Marigold before turning back to the situation at hand.
Marigold does give you a nod of reassurance, like indicating that she's okay, and just whispering to you, I didn't even get out of the car. Wally was able to just do it all himself. I barely had to help him.
She doesn't respond, but Marigold will definitely know that she heard.
Yeah, and Marigold will just sit quietly in the driver's seat, waiting for instructions on what to do next.
Should we blindfold him or tie him up in case Dennis wakes up?
Hopefully, I've got plans for how to make sure he's compliant, but we need to get him awake and secure before that.
Well, I mean,
Yeah.
in case he wakes up on the trip, because we don't know if he's on something or if the woman did something.
Yeah.
I don't know what they can do. So
There should be some jumper cables you can tie him up with, and we should probably get some rope. We'll make sure Lanny gets some rope for us.
Here, Leaf will pull out rope from the trunk of their car and come back and hand it over. Just tie him up quick. I will be right back, but I have to eat.
oh, you need to eat now, or do you want to wait till we get back?
I don't think I can trust myself if anything happens and something gets spilled. I'm already having a very, very hard time.
I mean, if we are all
You-
going to have dinner, I would be up for a snack.
I mean, I don't even know if I have any Capri Suns.
I could also use a bite and leaf. Let's if you want me to accompany you, I can certainly help.
Sure.
Okay. And yeah, Emmerich would allow the rest of the group to secure the individual and go on a little snack trip, I guess, with Leaf.
All right. So
Just a quick question there.
Yes.
Would you be bringing Lanny, Emmerich?
Probably not.
Okay, so then Leaf would instruct Lanny, because she would know where everything is, to make sure that our good friend Dennis here is put in his room, and that we would be back within an hour or so.
all right. So for my purposes, who is going hunting? So all right. So
Emmerich is.
Emmerich is going hunting. Leaf is going hunting. The Nas are going hunting. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and split these scenes. So we're gonna start with Lanny and Emmerich. Oh, not Lanny. No, Lanny, Emmerich, and Lanny's taking the others in the car. So Leaf and Emmerich, you guys are. Where are you gonna just hunt in this apartment complex?
No.
Probably, I'm like, yeah, probably not.
All right. So are you gonna have Marigold drive you somewhere? There's 2 vehicles
For-
now, so.
For this, yeah, we would be driving in our car. For the sake of my hunting style, would I already have an idea of who I would be feeding off of, and have like a tracking system on them at all in any way?
You're a pursuer, right?
Yes.
Okay. Pursuer.
With a specialty in profiling for that.
You have an idea of places you can go. You don't have anyone specific in mind. You weren't expecting to get this hungry this suddenly, but you have an idea of a place that you can go to find someone to eat.
Just out of curiosity, is there any synergy between Pursuer and Montero predator types?
Any
they
synergy
are-
between Pursuer and Montero?
I mean, Leaf could probably
Actually, they're both intelligent. They both are intelligent based predator pools. So I would say that there is some synergy between those two hunting styles. If Leaf were to find someone for you, that would meet the qualifications for Montero.
Yeah,
Fair enough.
Leaf would totally be down.
And I think Emmerich could definitely give Leaf somebody interesting to pursue with either cloud memory or a number of other things.
Okay. So go ahead and for Emmerich, go ahead and roll intelligence and stealth.
Okay.
And Leaf, you're going to roll intelligence and investigation to find someone that you're confident no one will miss. In case there is an accident tonight. You're both at 4 hunger, correct?
Yeah. And can I use my stakeout specialty as well?
I will say yes, you can use your stakeout specialties. And
I can use
profiling,
profiling.
yes.
And I roll 4 hunger dice, correct?
That is
For
correct.
this? Okay,
Me
I just wanted to make
too.
sure.
Oh,
This is gonna
no
be fun. This is
Masquerade,
gonna be
no
great.
Masquerade. Oh, it's not bad. It was close to a messy crit, but not a messy crit, so it wasn't a crit at all, fortunately. But it was still 4 successes.
Okay, 4 successes. And what did you get?
I got 3 successes.
Okay, 4 and 3 successes. I would like both of you to roll a composure, and actually no, it's your unspent willpower and a third of your humanity.
Here we go.
Regular die or
You don't need hunger dice on this one. Hunger dice don't count for this.
4 successes for me.
4 successes. You are able to compose yourself well enough to not kill this person.
I got 3 successes again.
3 successes. Let me just double check something.
Oh, please, 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 please don't fuck this up. Not again. Please, not again.
Sure, I can help you, hopefully.
Where is... Shoot, where's my... Oh, I know I can't find it. It's on my phone. Just a moment. Bear with me. There's a lot of stuff that you can look at in this game.
Yeah, there is.
I swear to God, Lilith, if you kill a person being the most
Okay.
suspicious one out of everybody, it's going to be so fun.
Leaf,
First time.
congratulations. 3 was was the check you needed to meet.
Oh my god, thank God, because alligators are not helpful. They're not as helpful.
No, they're not. All right. So you guys are able to compose yourself. How much hunger are you? You're each able to find a person. How much are you satiating yourselves?
As much as I can.
I will say that the humans will... Let's see. If you take more than 2, they're going to need medical treatment.
I'll take 2.
I'll take 2.
All right.
I will cloud all of their memories from anything that had happened. So
Okay. Is there any conversation that happens between the two of you while you're out hunting?
yeah, I mean, that's a good question.
You know what? Leaf would take this time. Leaf would take this time to ask Emmerich what was up with that. With the whole
With what?
licking the blood and that look on his face. What exactly
Oh.
was going on there?
It's a thing I can do. I can sort of determine some things about individuals based on tasting. And our competition, I guess, is somebody of great interest to me, to my clan in general. I want to find them. I think we should try to keep this quiet. But it's most definitely a Salubri, but we should probably keep that within our coterie walls for now.
I wasn't planning on talking to anybody.
I didn't think you were, but I'm thinking we should talk to the others, make sure that they're not going to say anything too stupid.
That is a fair point. What do you want to do with them once we find them and get all the information that we need, Emmerich?
I was planning on making them believe some fabricated story about somebody from the FBI after them. We saved them heroically, of course, and we're keeping them safe until we can find them. Or clear their name on some very discreet dockets. or get them out of town. That was my plan. I mean, I haven't really thought a ton of time to think about it, but that's sort of where I'm going right now. If you have any other ideas, let me know.
That sounds perfect. It was just the look on your face when you tasted them that has me questioning what you wanted to do.
I know,
If
but
that's what you want to do.
I mean, and Emmerich is gonna pause for a moment. It tastes really good. It's very. She tastes very, very good. It's I think part of their curse.
Are they like the filet mignon of kindred society?
Yes, they are the caviar. They are the filet mignon. They are the foie gras. Yes, they are whatever delicacy you could come up with. They're delicious. That I hope can stay between you and I. But yeah, that's distracting.
Okay. Well, just keep me updated on what you want to do so that I know when to step in if you lose control. Deal?
Well, I hope to not have to be in that situation. I hope any actions I take are fully under my control as I try to maintain that as much as possible. But I do think we should try to capture this one alive. There's too much to be learned from this one. If you're on board with that.
I'm definitely on board with keeping things humane, so to speak. And she'll chuckle softly a bit to herself. But we should get going back.
Yeah, we need to make sure that they have not murdered this Dennis guy yet. Look at that Parker one. What are we gonna do with her? She's definitely not one for following orders on herself. Almost single-handedly let that individual escape.
Well, you know, she did also get shot in the foot.
She's lucky that
It
all
was
she
a
got
little-
shot in.
Mm-hmm.
And Emmerich is gonna look very cold. Like he's gonna look like he just feels very annoyed that in his mind that Parker may have screwed this all up. So yeah, I wouldn't have been mad if she was had an unfortunate accident in her first outing. To be completely honest, given her performance, but I will keep an open mind. Perhaps she will improve her effectiveness in the future.
Well, as much as I hate to admit it, her refusal to listen or follow directions ended up tipping us off as there was somebody inside. So,
And that would have been fine if that's all she did, but you know.
she did make some pretty childish decisions afterwards.
Do you know how young she is? She seems a little clueless.
She seems very young, and I actually noticed something when Wally asked if Scott was being punished. There was definitely some form of tension between him and Parker. So there is definitely something going on here. I have to assume that this is all relatively new, but I'm not sure how
Fair.
new.
Didn't pick up on that. I usually am pretty good at picking up on the past thing, so thank you for that. Shall we?
We shall.
We transition back to the vehicle. Lanny is driving. Wally, Sean, and Parker are in the van with the passed out Kine in the back seat. So who's hunting? Wally? And are you hunting as well, Sean?
I was actually going to ask about that, considering my predator type.
That's right. Let me see. I think I did see your question. Go ahead and roll me your hunting check just to see if you would have had any bags.
And do I use my specialty black market?
Yep.
And that gives me an extra one, correct?
Correct.
And I do add hunger,
Yes.
right? 2 successes.
2 successes. I'll say you were able to
And
get 1 blood bag.
okay. And one of the successes was a 10 too, by the way.
Was the other success also a 10?
No, it's just the 110.
Okay. It's only
Okay.
crit whenever it's 2 10s.
Gotcha. Okay.
All right. Now, Parker, Wally, would you have asked Lanny to drive by like a hospital or something?
Probably yes, but I don't think it needs to be specifically hospitals. I did not end up going with Reaper.
Oh, okay. So, what location would you want Lanny to drive you to?
We have a sleeping person in the van. Would anyone be way too bothered if I have a snack?
That's a question between the coterie.
I'm going to look at Sean, and he is munching on his
Capri
thing.
Sun.
And I'm going to look at Parker.
My BR
Lanny is driving. I'm going to look at him and point to Dennis and be like, "Do you mind?"
I mean, just don't take too much, I guess.
It's just a little nib. He's very sleepy. The most it would do is get me sleepy if he's onto something.
Please don't mark her hostage. We need him alive.
I mean, if it's terribly inconvenient to you, I can ask her to stop the van. It's just taking an opportunity.
Lanny will speak up. Leaf is really scary when she's angry, so maybe we shouldn't do anything bad to Dennis. I could stop. It's like midnight. It's past midnight. I could stop somewhere.
Yeah, okay.
Like there's a
We're
nursing
in a residential area, right?
Yeah, there's like a bunch of houses around here. Here, this looks like, and she's just gonna pull into a cul-de-sac. Here, just.
Yeah, I'll take my pick.
Okay.
It would have been fine. You're
Alright.
you'd like to live a little bit.
All right, so go ahead and roll me your hunting check.
La, 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 la. Do I add the specialty that comes with predator type? And
Yes.
everything? Okay, so it's Dex plus Stealth plus break-in specialist.
Yes.
Oh, now I can add the hunger. Hunger 3. There you go. All settled then.
How much? 3 successes.
3.
Oh, 3 successes is plenty. You're able to break in. This isn't your first rodeo. The houses here are a little bit because they have like the hurricane-proof doors and windows and everything, so it's a little bit of an adjustment. Breaking in, you're having to figure out a new mechanism mechanism to deal with. But you get inside, you find a couple that is fast asleep in their bed inside their house. And you take how much? Who are you taking from, the woman or the man?
Whoever looks healthier or heavier.
Heavier? The man looks heavier.
Then he's probably got more blood. If not much cholesterol, but More blood.
Right. It's like having like a steak with some nice fat on it.
Oh, a little bit of picanha then.
And you were at 3 hunger. So how much blood are you taking from this man?
2.
Okay.
It's a
And
big
you're
guy, he can take
Keto,
it.
you're back down to 1 hunger.
keto diet for vampires.
Right.
I pay way too much attention to my health. Thank you very much.
It's not a
Can't you
diet,
look
it's
at
a
me? I'm the
lifestyle.
epitome of fitness.
All right. You get your drink. You head back to the van, and Lanny starts driving back towards the Coterie Haven. Is there any conversation happening on your drive back?
Once I come in like with a handkerchief, cleaning the corners of the mouth. Off we go then. Need to grab mom and dad.
Oh, Marigold is driving Emmerich and Leaf back to the Coterie Haven, so we're just going straight back there and setting Dennis here up in the locked room.
Okay, so who has Dennis in the car?
You guys have Dennis. Dennis is in the car with you guys.
I was just asking to eat him.
Okay, but I wasn't sure if we were all still in the same van or not.
Yeah, we are.
Okay.
Let's go.
Sean's babysitting a kine, apparently.
You guys, Lanny starts driving you towards Indian Rocks Beach. Did you guys want to talk or anything on your way there, or just move on to the next scene?
I'm okay with moving on.
Okay. So, you guys arrive back at the Coterie Haven, get Dennis all set up in the room. Lanny goes to lengths to show you where the cell is, which is just a repurposed bedroom that's upstairs. And the bed is basically a pull-out couch. So you guys put Dennis up in there. He has not woken up yet, and it's starting to become a little bit concerning. But he seems fine otherwise. He's just been sleeping through a lot of stuff. And, but yeah, about 10 minutes after you guys have arrived at the Haven, Emmerich and Leaf will be arriving. But before that, Scott is in the Coterie Haven, and Carmen is also still there. And you can hear that they are talking, and they haven't realized that you're back, and they're talking in the employee break room, which is the old kitchen that's been repurposed into a break room.
I'm going to activate Silence of Dead and sneak up near the doorway.
All right. Are you eavesdropping?
Yes, that is my goal.
All right. So I would like you to first give me a Dex and Stealth. You can add your Obfuscate rating.
Is this happening just before we arrive?
Yes.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure.
I forgot about Scott and Carmen for a second, and then I remembered.
Can I eavesdrop with Parker?
Yeah, sure.
Yes.
I'm gonna spend a willpower to reroll.
Absolutely.
Well, we're rolling.
Dex and Stealth to not be seen.
Oh.
Oh, thank goodness.
Well, seeing what they're trying to do, I'm going to refrain from making any noises.
Okay. You're not actively participating, but you're also not stopping them.
Nope. I'm interested, but like 3's a crowd, so.
Yeah. Okay.
I got 5 successes.
5 successes.
All right. With 5 successes, the two seemingly teenage kindred are leaning in the hall, kind of just doing the kids spying on mom and dad sort of maneuver. And you do hear a conversation, like Carmen and Scott conversing. And from what you're able to eavesdrop, she is being mildly passive-aggressive to him with a bit of flirtiness. And he's just kind of taking it. He's not saying anything against it. He does sound mild. You do hear the annoyance in his voice, though, whenever he does respond. But it seems like Carmen is just having a fun time toying with Scott in the moment. And after a while, Lanny has forgotten, hasn't gotten the memo that you guys are eavesdropping. So she like comes down the stairs, sees you guys, but she has made some noise and there's silence in the kitchen. About this time, Leaf and Emmerich arrive and open the door to the Coterie Haven, and you can see the seemingly teenage kindred in the hall, kind of like Eve's looking like they got caught doing something.
You could
If-
Parker was
If
in
I
the middle of
activate-
making a gagging motion, like
If I activate Silence of Death, do I automatically disappear because of Unseen Passage?
Silence of Death?
Yeah, because she activated Silence of Death.
Yeah, but
To
unseen.
eavesdrop.
Yeah, but unseen passage is if you're being perceived, you can't do it.
Okay, she was perceiving me. Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, Sean was perceiving you too. Sorry, my bad.
You fucker! I
There's
thought we
people
were
watching.
friends.
There's people watching,
We
so
were
you can't just
supposed to
disappear.
Perceive each other.
Hey, I was interested in what was going on, but like three's a crowd, like I said, so I was just watching to make sure shit didn't happen.
No trouble. You just missed the foreplay over there.
But yeah, Emmerich and Leaf, you do see Wally and Parker looking like they're eavesdropping, and Sean is not participating, but also observing what they're doing with some mild amusement.
You know who the older brother is now?
Nope.
Leaf just looks at the scene and quirks an eyebrow, but says nothing because she would have absolutely been doing the exact same thing. She would have been doing the exact same thing if the roles were reversed, only she would not have been caught eavesdropping. So,
Yeah,
Sam.
Sean basically puts his finger to his lip into his ear. That's all he does.
As the door as Leaf and Emmerich are coming in, you do Wally and Parker, you do hear Scott saying, "Look, I think they just got back, so can we act professional, please?" And you just hear Carmen go, "Well, don't tell me what to do, Scotty." And you start hearing footsteps of heels approaching you guys. And Carmen, are you Wally and Parker, are you moving before they come out of the...
Of course, we're moving
Okay.
before they come out.
no,
Alright.
Parker's standing there with her arms crossed,
Okay.
just leaning
I
against the
am
wall.
moving.
All right. So Carmen steps out and sees you, Parker, and she just smirks at you and just breezes on past you. Her hair kind of just like she moves in a way that it makes her hair kind of like kick up whenever she breezes past you, and it kind of like brushes your shoulder a little bit as she's walking by. And she'll look expectantly to the coterie. So where's my journal?
An excellent question.
Why'd you send us to get shot?
Oh, hold up now. And Leaf will give Parker a very stern look.
What do you mean that's an excellent question, Emmerich?
Because it wasn't there. There was somebody who beat us there, but they didn't get it either. It was already gone before we even got there. So we have some leads, but it's
Who?
an excellent question.
Who was there? And I would like to know.
Woman with tattoos. We're still looking into it. She didn't exactly hand us a business card.
And at this point, Scott has stepped out and looks at Parker immediately. What do you mean shot?
She'll hold up her foot where you can see the hole in her shoe. Shot.
And he kneels down and starts checking her foot. And like with his thumb, like parts the bullet hole a little bit. Did you heal already?
It kind of just healed itself.
So and he looks to the rest of the coterie. Did you guys guide her through it? She hasn't had to heal before.
It was very chaotic. I'm sure that's what happened. And if you want me to make a manipulation and stuff,
Yeah, I do actually.
Do that. All right.
And I'm gonna start
Sean's
doing.
not the one for lying.
And I'm gonna start doing this thing that that I learned that the other STs are doing, where they're just having a difficulty to meet in their heads. So I have a difficulty to meet in my head now.
Although I think I met it because I have 7 successes with a crit.
Yeah,
Maybe I didn't. I don't know.
No, you did. He stands up and nods and looks at Parker. You gotta be careful, all right?
What do you mean she doesn't know how to heal? She's never done it before.
Well, I don't make a habit of letting her get into situations where she can get shot.
But that's something that's incredibly useful to learn, even as a new...
teacher.
And frankly, she hasn't had to do it yet.
Okay,
I mean,
but
it can explain a lot.
we'll talk about this more later. The fact of the matter is, Carmen, the journal was not there by the time that we arrived, and a woman covered in tattoos was there, freaking the fuck out. Things got intense and chaotic. As Emmerich was saying, we do have a few leads, but this ended up being way more complicated than was originally thought to be by all of us.
Anyone in the room looking at Carmen right now can go ahead and give me a wits and insight check.
Sure, that sounds
Oh
fine.
boy.
Ooh.
Hey,
With an insight.
Wits and insight.
just because I'm a nosy little bastard, can I blood search for that?
Sure.
Yeah.
I got 4 successes.
Oof. Damn. Okay. I don't have a high chance on this, but
Hey, you might
passed.
crit.
I probably don't really want to crit, but
I accept my fate.
I got 3
And
successes.
I got 2.
2.
I got 2.
Wally 2. Emmerich got 4. How many did you get, Leaf?
I got 3
Wait, no, I'm sorry.
successes.
Sorry, well, go ahead.
Sorry, I got 1.
1.
And
Okay.
that the success. Yeah.
And what was that, Leaf?
3 successes.
3 successes. And how many did you get, Parker?
I took half and got 1.
Okay. As everyone but Emmerich, Carmen is pissed, and she's not hiding it. At all. Emmerich, while you're observing Carmen with 4 successes, you are able to very quickly see a moment of panic in her eye before she composes herself and just looks mad.
You're very capable, Carmen. We'll find this journal. The price might be a little higher because of the complexity of this particular operation.
What
I'm sure you can-
complexity could possibly add to the cost, Mr. Vale? I would love to hear it.
Well, recovering this is not simply a matter of getting it. It's a trivial thing. It's, there's apparently others who are in the market for this particular item who are well armed, and us. So that
Oh.
makes it more dangerous.
And so there's multiple kindred then? Or is it
There's
just
at
the
least
one?
One that we know of so far.
Who was hired by possibly multiple people. All she said was they. So it could have been singular or plural. We're not sure.
Oh, fucking fantastic.
Do you have any more insight or suggestions or context to why this would be so important other than potentially breaching the Masquerade? It might be helpful.
Dr. Lake was a former deputy of the city, as well as a whip. I am worried about what other information could potentially be in that journal that could be a threat to this city.
That's understandable. I'm just saying, a whip, a deputy, that's not a ton to go on. Are you thinking it's maybe another city? I hear Tampa doesn't like us terribly a lot.
Tampa's got their own
Perhaps.
problems to deal with right now.
Fair enough. So somebody who doesn't like the city or someone in the city who might be looking for leverage is what I'm hearing from you.
I don't know, frankly. Do you have a photo of this woman? I assume you checked for cameras in the area, since you're so competent.
We did, actually. I was just going to ask if you could use your resources to help us find this woman.
I'll need an image.
Yes.
And
The
she'll
image?
look expectantly at all of you. And while
The image?
you still have the laptop.
I don't.
Oh, you don't?
When I turned over, when I got there and I
that's
told Leaf
Okay, that's right.
that
So
Marigold
bad.
was lovely to work with, I had clapped and be like, there you go.
okay,
take it.
so the laptop is in the, I would assume that's still in the van then. So Lanny will quickly just realize, oh shit, and just like run out of the Coterie Haven real quick and return with the laptop bag. Here it is.
Leaf will shift as far away from the computer bag as possible.
All right. So Carmen quickly takes the laptop bag from Lanny and looks at the group. Where's the file located? Which folder is it in?
Oh, I don't know. I just plugged it in and told did what I was told.
You see her do a couple of clicks, type in a couple things. Finally, she finds the most recent footage that was file transferred onto the computer, and just looks to one of you. You guys know what one of you is gonna have to go through the footage. You're the ones that know what to look for.
Where?
I'm sorry?
Where? Yes.
And she gestures to the laptop and then looks at you expectantly, Emmerich. Then go through the footage. I pulled it up for you.
Yeah. And he'll start looking through the footage, and would probably have maybe, is Marigold here or no? She's out in the car or something.
That would be up to Leaf.
Marigold is in the parking lot in our car.
Alright.
Yes.
Emmerich would start looking through the footage and sort of just maybe very slowly, but sort of maybe looking at the timestamps. I assume it's pretty obvious and about the time that the individual would have been leaving.
All right.
and looking for-
As you're looking through the footage, eventually you do get to when you would have found when she would have gotten away, about that time for area, and you do see that there is a person running. You see the image of a person running down the alley.
Does it look like our girl?
It does look like your girl.
All right. I think
Can
that
you
would be her.
isolate this?
Carmen will step forward to the computer. You see her very efficiently, actually, manage to enhance the image, enlarge it, get what she needs from it, and just stares at it for a few moments.
Friend of yours?
No, actually. Don't know who the fuck this is. Parker, from behind you, you hear Scott actually say, I do.
Oh,
What
who is she?
Her name's Ramona. She applied for a job at Walmart a few months back. She didn't get through the interview process. She was a little bit too combative for the program. But I did reference her to one of my group meeting, he looks to Parker, one of the group meetings for former convicts.
Well, I don't know about former, because she's the one that shot me.
Well,
Yeah.
not everyone who gets out of jail, Parker, is going to reform that easily.
So we know, Scotty, you said you have to keep those applications on file for some time, don't you?
His name is Scott.
Yeah, it's Scott.
Scott, apologies. Scott, you have to keep those applications on file for some time, don't you?
We
So
do
you might
have
have like an address or something.
We have her address at the time, but people like her tend to move around a lot, especially if they're still in the process of committing crimes, which it sounds like she is. I didn't realize she was a kindred, though. I just saw her last week. And if she's been a kindred a while, I'm now worried she's been feeding from my herd.
And it sounds like she has not been introduced in the city, is not granted hospitality at the moment.
No. And
Right.
Go ahead, Sean.
Just thinking to myself,
Why is her face all bloody?
It got messy in there, so. So if you could get us that address, at least it'll be a starting point. And obviously, Carmen, if you want this journal found, anything you can dig up on this Ramona character would be super helpful.
I'll look into it. And she's staring at the image for a few more moments, studying this woman's face.
And the only thing left is to question our friend Dennis, who was completely incapacitated.
which I have been standing next to make sure that he doesn't wake up and slip out.
How we put him in the cell. Not put him
Did
in the
we?
cell.
I don't know.
Yeah, he's in the
Yeah.
cell. He's in the cell.
Okay.
Can Leaf do an insight check on Carmen while she's studying Ramona to see if there's like a hint of recognition, since we have purposefully left out what we think she is?
Go ahead and give me a what's an insight check, yeah.
I only got 4 successes.
4 successes was what you needed to beat. Carmen did not have high composure and resolve. She's not good at masking. So she's studying this photo. She is attempting to just have a neutral face, but Leaf, you can see a slight bit of worry in her face, in her eyes. Just the slightest bit.
All right.
And it also appears like she's thinking of multiple things at once. When someone is in deep thought and processing several different thoughts at once. That's kind of what you're getting when you catch that look in her eye.
Yeah, she is like narrowing down the list of beings this person could be, basically.
Mm-hmm. And she'll look to all of you. You know where I'm at. I expect an update.
Yep.
Wonderful. And she starts heading on out. And as she's walking out, like she opens the door, you hear her just call out, "Jennifer, grab the dogs, we're going." And yeah, you hear car doors slamming and a vehicle driving off.